Turning Point Brooklyn is located in Sunset Park and Red Hook. These communities are very much immigrant communities, communities that would be considered low and very low income. And there are various public health issues that affect such communities. And I think that our role in the community is to address these epidemics, to address these issues, to deal with social justice, and to try to counter the effect and the impact of social injustice in Sunset Park and in Red Hook. The staff at Turning Point Brooklyn are special in many ways, but I could say that I have special staff. They are dedicated, they are funny, they are interesting, they are challenging, and most of all, they care for all of the people that we have to help or find their path. Working in this organization is very challenging because it's a multi-service organization. It addresses every issue that you can think about in a given community. We go from homelessness to housing, to education, to substance use, to hygiene services. So I had to learn. I mean, and we consider ourselves a learning community, meaning we exchange. We learn from the people we serve, we learn from each other, and we share the knowledge that we acquire. So the 4 years I've been in the organization, I've been learning. And I've been learning, it feels daily, about different communities, about different issues, about different people. So at Turning Point, we like to think about our mission and the people we work with as individuals at potential. I am often asked what at potential means. What you hear is at risk. I believe that people are equally at risk that they are at potential. At potential means that you are ready, you can achieve anything that you want as long as you have a guiding light. And I think Turning Point serves as a guiding light. We are here to serve as a guiding light for people who are ready to bring change in their lives. We learn from the community and they learn from us and we learn from each other. So learning is very important to Turning Point. We believe in optimism. You can't do this job without being optimistic, without thinking that you can bring change about, without thinking about there is a better future for those people that you are serving.
This job is very rewarding for me. As a prior law enforcement officer of New York City, I got to help people. And now I'm back in the seat helping people in a different manner. With 1.2 million Americans infected with HIV, and most of them not knowing it, it's important to get this message out about this medication that's available that will prevent contracting HIV. What we do here, we go out on this mobile unit all times of the night, sometimes up until 3 in the morning. And we go to all different areas. And whoever's out there, we invite them on to get tested, and we give them condoms, and we get them to know their status. It's powerful because it'll help you live a healthier lifestyle. One of the other things Turning Point's Mobile Outreach Unit is doing is educating the community in the use of PEP and PrEP. PEP and PrEP are different. Both are antiviral medications that will protect one from contracting HIV. But PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. PEP is post-exposure prophylaxis. PrEP is taken 1 pill a day, every day, by high-risk individuals, and it will protect them from contracting HIV if taken as prescribed. Who are high-risk individuals? High-risk individuals are substance abuse users who don't always make the right decisions, a person who may not use condoms all the time, or a person who may be in a relationship that's unhealthy, a person who steps out on a relationship from time to time. PEP is used in case of an emergency. PEP is post-exposure prophylaxis. So if a person thinks they have been exposed, maybe they had sex with a person that's HIV positive, or a person who has an unknown HIV status, or perhaps they got pricked by a needle, or perhaps a sexual assault victim, they should immediately go to the emergency room or the medical provider within 24 to 72 hours and be put on PEP for it to be effective. This medication will be taken 28 days and then they're retested for HIV. We also recommend the use of condoms with PrEP, because while PrEP will protect one from contracting HIV, it will not protect against unwanted pregnancy or STDs. When a person comes on a mobile unit, we have them fill out a questionnaire. They normally come on for testing, either by the ELIA testing, which is the blood test, or the OraQuick, which is a mouth swab. Each test gets the results in 20 minutes, but during that 20 minutes, we fill out this questionnaire, which will help us learn about their sexual activity and to see if it puts them in a high-risk category, and then we make the decision to link them to care for PrEP. Either way, we're in the business of making people know their status and living healthy lives. One of the unique things about Turning Point is that we reconnect those that are lost to care back to care. There are lots of individuals out there that are HIV positive that got their status a long time ago that's not taking care of themselves. Well, we're also looking for those individuals to bring them back to care, connect them so they can get on the medication.
Scatter Site Housing Program is designated to help HIV patients and former drug users and current drug users supportive housing so that they can either transition onto more independent living or have a permanent place instead of living homeless in the streets of New York City. For the most part, scatter site housing is really important because for one, it gives a lot of people a second opportunity to have a place where they can embody their independence and live a life that's safe from, that external factors of street life. A lot of our clients have had hardships that they've dealt with, and they need a safe place to live to try to continue their lives and progress as people. And that's, taking people out of homeless situations, taking them out of abusive house situations, and incarceration even.
I've been working for Turning Point for over 4.5 years. And the thing about Turning Point is that since its incision over 40 years ago, we provide services to the community. So we try to meet the different problems of each client, as diverse as we have them. We try to help them. We try to maintain also psychiatric care, because many of them have a history of mental health.
Turning Point as a whole is grassroots. So meaning that we meet clients where they're at. We do not look at them as they're anything but people who have an issue they're trying to get over. We understand the struggle. Many of us have been in that position or close to it or have family members around it. I've learned a tremendous amount from the clients that we have. It seems like the majority of the clients that we serve are addicts to opiates and heroin. And I've learned that this in itself is even part of a culture. A lot of the catchment area or the age group of our program are like people between the ages of 40 and 50. And a lot of these guys grew up at a time when opiate use was the norm in certain areas. And what I've learned is that this is something that is it's a lifestyle, just like tying your shoe for some people. And the only reason that they're stopping is because everything around their lives has crashed down and has been destroyed. And so they're trying to rebuild, but they're trying to gain these skills to actually, and the strength and the support to actually make a difference in their own lives and the lives of their family members.
Turning Point Red Hook is a residential facility for individuals who are 18 and above who've been formerly homeless and are looking to obtain housing, which could be permanent or transitional. Given that we live in New York City, which, as many of us know, is extremely expensive to live here. So having that subsidy to help with rent is so important, for folks who barely can afford the rents here in New York.
What makes the transitional shelter unique is that it's the only shelter in the Department of Homeless Services system that caters to young women aged 18 to 25. We have a uniqueness because we're able to create programming that is tailored directly to that population. I believe that the number one thing that the young women who we work with have in common is potential. Our job as the people who are servicing them is to help them to tap into that potential. The young women can achieve whatever they want to, they just have to believe it. I started at Turning Point in 1997 as a peer educator, and I've learned and I've grown and I've been able to take the things that I've learned and the experiences that I've had in my life to bring that into a leadership role in the organization.
The shower project is important because we have a lot of homeless people don't have a place to take a shower, and we give you a service. And we provide coffee, underwear, socks, shampoo, conditioner, razor, and clean clothes. The people enjoy because this is the only place we open 5 days a week. They come, they feel comfortable because they take a shower every day and then go out nice and clean.
Being part of Turning Point's work is great for Jack Threads. We work in fashion. We understand that looking good is something that resonates with everybody, and we want to share that with Turning Point's constituents. It's important because we have a responsibility to our neighbors.
Career pathways can take the face of employment, training, internships, the college option. It's not a cookie cutter approach. The program is set up so that we can continue, we being Turning Point can continue to breathe air into a healthy bloodline of self-sufficiency and sustainability for the people we're proud to serve at for Turning Point Brooklyn. The youth in our program are juggernauts of hope. The youth in our program are blasts of light. The youth in our program are our human Fort Knox.
When I think about Turning Point and I think about Sunset Park, there's no way that we get to celebrate what we know is true in Sunset Park, that we are a village, that we are a people that help each other out, without someone like Turning Point. Everyone from Tata all the way down to the community organizers, from their adult education to all the homeless services, we know that Sunset Park has felt a huge impact by Turning Point and the work they do. The City Council has been really proud to support them financially, but also politically, and making sure they get the resources they deserve, and that we work together with the city agencies like HRA and DHS and all the agencies, including the NYPD, to make sure that they get the access to the city. We are seeing a real opportunity for innovation in these services from Turning Point. They are on the ground, they are understanding exactly what we need in our community, and they bring me ideas that are outside the box. They understand exactly how we need to move the needle, and that kind of creativity is what we need when we think about homeless services, when we think about adult education. And anytime I need them to advocate for more funding, Turning Point is there. And so I'm just really proud to have them here, and they are incredibly vital for Sunset Park, for Brooklyn, and for New York City.
I moved to New York about 10 years ago, and when I got here, I was on the lookout for an adult literacy program to be involved with. And you know, I haven't just moved here. I was looking at Manhattan, because to me, you know, that was New York City, it was Manhattan. And I just couldn't find any program that really was about what I was about, which was trying to be really tight-knit with the community. And then eventually I came across Turning Point, and there are a lot of reasons why I loved working here. But one of the things that really sticks with me now is that Turning Point is from, of, and for Sunset Park and for the community. This is an adult education program, an adult literacy program. That means we work with adults 16 and older, a lot of young adults in there as well, in 3 big broad categories. One is ESOL classes. Those are English classes for immigrants. We also have adult basic education and high school equivalency classes, and we're an official HSC test site. And who we serve, of course, is the big question. We serve a lot of immigrants in the community who are looking to get more engaged in their community, that are looking to get engaged with their children's schools, that are looking to contribute to the local economy. We also work with a lot of out-of-school youth who come here and have had a lot of challenges relating to aging out of foster care or learning disabilities, substance abuse issues, a variety of reasons that maybe it didn't quite work for them to make it in the public school system. This is the, this is the group of students that when we talk about New York City's graduation rate, and it's gotten up to, I think, 60%. Recently, around about there. This is the other 40%, or this is for years, the other 50 or 60% that weren't graduating, and stack up over the years. This is the students that we serve in our adult basic education and high school equivalency program.
What I enjoy the most is the teaching. I love getting to have relationships with the students and getting to create a learning community where people get to become more and more fluent speakers, readers, and writers, and better listeners in English.
Hi, my name is Guadalupe de Jesus. I studied in Turning Point because I need to learn more and more English. When I speak with somebody, I need understand very well.
That's what's needed in our community. Brooklyn is an amazing place to be. It has some amazing people. And what we want to do is continue to create that sustainability across Brooklyn as a whole. So it's a privilege and an honor to work with so many diverse people who get it. And what we're trying to do is make sure that those in the community get it, and those that are outside of the community can bring something in and pour into the lives of the people that we serve.
Every day, I love what I do.
It's not just them coming here because it's a charity case. It's because we're working alongside our neighbors and working alongside the people in our community. And that means a lot to us, and that means a lot to me.
The way we motivate the people we're proud to serve is by first motivating ourselves. Someone once said that the two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. I would venture to say that the Turning Point staff is very much in tune with why we work where we work.
Turning Point Brooklyn is social justice. Turning Point Brooklyn is the future.